Are we bullish or bearish? A good investor always knows when there is blood on the streets, when everything is about to turn. He knows how to find undervalued assets and what is cheap and what is expensive, whether that be a bear market or a bull market. A good trader, well, he doesn't care. He just looks at the chart, he looks at the data, and he decides whether it is going down or up. And he makes money either way. Press the subscribe button if you didn't subscribe until now, and we can start. So let's start with Bitcoin, and this video is going to be that simple. We are just gonna check Bitcoin, Ethereum and other two altcoins which I prepared for, because one of them is performing really well and the other one is performing really bad. So we are gonna discuss about that, but let's start with Bitcoin and check where the market is, because we can see that something is not adding up, something is not right, and we need to analyze the situation, right? We are at the bottom of this big cluster, we just created another one. At this point I'm afraid to draw any support lines because we have two choppy movements. However, this line right here could be a good support line because, as you can see, it is holding the price. However, we just created a smaller one at this point, and yes, we better hold it. Now the problem is that on the 4-hour the stochastic shows that we are overbought, okay, and it is going to go down. The RSI says that we are below the 50 mark, which is usually bearish unless we are in this very oversold zone from where we could bounce. But there is one more thing, because as you can see, if I just draw this a bit higher, on the RSI we have a bullish divergence, and that is on the 4 hours. On the daily we still don't have, we still need to spend some time. We also have the 21 moving average to work down. So on the 4 hour we have already a bullish divergence. Can that be transformed to the daily? Probably, possibly, but we need to wait. In the meantime, we need to check the money flow, right? We need to check whether people are in a selling mood or in a buying mood. And for that, I usually use Crypto Quant. Now, this is the Bitcoin Exchange Reserve chart. And as you can see, the purple line is how much Bitcoin is on exchanges, how much money is flowing into or out from and in to exchanges, and the gray line is the price of Bitcoin. Now, as you can see, from 15th of April, where we had like a local top around 30k, the flow of Bitcoin into exchanges, people sent money to the exchanges probably to sell it, has increased. And unfortunately, since the price drop, that didn't stop. Now, obviously, the sending into the exchange is not as aggressive as it was at 30k. However, it's still not dropping. Usually what we want to see is a drop at this point, but we don't see it yet. However, the data is also not updated to this day. Now, this wouldn't be a problem if there are counter offers, right? If there are people who are buying up in that same rhythm, in that same pace, and the Bitcoin is just changing hands, right? Therefore, that could be a good bullish sign that even though some people want to sell, probably those who bought at the bottom, others will buy it even at this price because they think it's a bullish sign. So we will go and check Tether, USDT, and we will go and check the exchange inflow, because that's what we want to see, right? So we want to see Tether stable coins going in to the exchanges so people would buy Bitcoin and other crypto assets. And what we can see here is a decrease of the inflow. Now, I know that this is scary, but this is what we can see right now because we are analyzing the data. Right now, I'm very objective. So as you can see, we can see an inflow of Bitcoin and we cannot see an inflow of USDT. And that is a selling pressure. That means that there is more supply than demand, or there might be or will be more supply than demand. If we go back to the chart, we can see on the daily that we are just below the 21 simple moving average. The RSI is in downtrend. Stochastic says oversold, but stochastic by itself doesn't mean anything. Therefore, my prognosis is the following. We could see some drop, but to define how much that could be, we also have to check the altcoins. So we'll come back to Bitcoin just in a second. What's happening with Ethereum? Because Ethereum usually is also a good indicator for Bitcoin. As you know, if there is a good buying pressure for Ethereum, that could mean that people are still buying crypto, the market is still bullish. Even though Bitcoin is not moving, people want to buy some crypto, and they chose Ethereum over Bitcoin because they want the bigger reward. And that could be also the fuel of the flippening, as people say. However, I don't think that that will happen anytime soon. Let me just adjust this because you can't see it. Okay, so Ethereum shows also some weakness. As you can see, we are at the resistance. We are in a much better position, because if we would be here at this point and this fell, or this support would break, then we would be in a worse position. However, this support, I think it's even tougher than this one. So I do think that Ethereum will be catched somewhere here if we will see another drop. Now, what I can see on Ethereum is that people also don't want to buy it. We do see the same signs as we can see on Bitcoin. However, Ethereum has very high chances to turn back and maybe go up back to the 1900 and something, because there is the simple moving average and there is the top of this cluster. So Ethereum doesn't show strength. It has the possibility to start to pump, but yeah, it doesn't show us a sign that Bitcoin is also going to pump. Let's go forward, because we need to check our favorite coin, the one which always gives us a bit of a heartache, and that is EGLD. Now, I don't want to scare anybody here, but the situation is not the best, okay? And I don't know if you saw my tweet. I said that if we just break this resistance, the 40, or we don't return and break the 21 moving average, simple moving average, and that would be the daily first, then these two are my buy zones. The buy zones are with the lines, okay? The text should be on the line here. Now, EGLD didn't perform too well in the last couple of weeks, okay? Let's not be ignorant on this fact. If I go to this chart, which is full of scribbles, I should also delete some lines here. I think the most important line is this one at this moment, okay? This falling wedge, which should be a bullish sign, okay? This should be a bullish sign. This should be broken here, confirmed, and repeat. But no, it didn't. Obviously, it is also because of the market, because Bitcoin just reached a local peak and it is now in downtrend. However, EGLD is also not performing well. It is below this line. And as you see, if I mean, especially if I switch back to the 4 hours, this line is just holding it down. And it might happen that we turn back, because we can see like this could be like a pivot trend maybe on the RSI. We could see something like that. Not convinced about that. We have a higher low at this local zone on the 4 hour, which is also a good sign, but I still don't see the bullishness. I still don't see that people are buying in. So what I do think is that this is simply a small correction of the downtrend, and we might, or we will go lower, and my buy-in price targets, the 36 and 32, might be something which we will have to use. Good news is that at 32 we don't stay there too much or for too long, and we start to pump very fast. That could mean that for investors, the 32 is a very good buying zone for EGLD, and people will just buy it up very fast. And yeah, that could be the good part, but right now I don't see it return. So yeah, if tomorrow it starts to pump and goes to 50 and 60 and 100, I will be the happiest man in the world. Okay, let's go forward. One coin which performs quite well, and I think ZoidPay will rip, honestly, because it just holds the price, the almost $0.01. It just doesn't want to let this this support and resistance go, so it just grabbed that support and it just stays there. I don't know what's happening with my trading view, to be honest, but okay, let's see. So it is in this zone here in this cluster, and I will also just want to show you the prices so you can see the prices. And as you can see, it is just going up and down for days now. So this was the daily. If I go to the 4 hours, you can see that we just visited these two lines a couple of times. If you are trading, this could be a good resistance support zone. However, if it breaks any of them, what can I say? It could dump or rip. So be careful. Okay, so let's go back and check what will be the Bitcoin's price target, what I'm looking at in case we break this this support to which I see high chances. So first of all, we need to break also the 26,700, and I know that many people are already bullish. I don't know what's happening with my trading. Let me know in the comment if you know what is happening with this trading view, because I don't like this. So many people are bullish already, and they said that okay, we closed above the 27,000, this week will be bullish. It might happen, I don't know, I don't see it just yet. I think that if we break this one, so it is high chances that we will go to 26,700, 800. Then we will very fast revisit this part, that is the 25,000, and I think that will hold the price. Okay, I think at $25,000 the Bitcoin will be so oversold, then many people will just buy it up, and we might see in a longer term, so in a longer term, something like this and that and that and maybe that and back and forth and up. Okay, so yeah, this is what I see. If we don't have a big recession coming in, which more and more people are talking about. I don't know. Sometimes I cannot decide whether more and more people are talking about a recession or more and more people are bullish. Okay, whatever is the case, the opposite will happen. So if we are talking about recession, we have a good chance that we will go parabolic and bullish. If everyone will be bullish and everything everybody think that everything will go up, then probably we will enter a recession. So yeah, it is pretty hard to decide at the moment. However, we need to be prepared for each of these cases. As I said, right now for me, Bitcoin and the market is not bullish in the near future, because the FOMC meeting is also coming up, and I think the market will want to wait for the 3rd of May of the FOMC. Let's see what they say. Let's see if they are done with the rate hikes, and yeah, is it bullish or bearish for the market? How we are with the inflation, CPI is coming up. So lots of things which we need to discuss and to cover in the upcoming weeks. Thanks for watching, and I see you in the next video. Subscribe.